Everyone, welcome to another episode of Independent Artists Unite Song Series. I'm excited tonight. First timers on the show from the UK, Secret Cameras. Welcome, guys.
Hello, hello.
Hello
Hi.
there. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, well, I was saying a little bit before we hit record there that I went to Spotify and just let it play. I'm probably listening to about 10 of your songs today, and I just love all of them. It's like right up my alley with the who does the vocals?
Me.
Yeah, I really love them. I really love the melodies, and
Mm.
that you work through all these songs. Um, yeah, it's kind of like well, it's interesting too because I know you also run a label and a distribution company, and with that you kind of want to like categorize bands, right? So you can promote them in a certain way.
Yep.
Yep.
But
Very true.
I feel like Secret Cameras is a bit extends beyond categories, like it's got some dark wave kind of instrumentals and stuff like that, but the vocals is like very dear to my heart because I'm an 80s guy myself, and it reminds me of some of the great melodies in the 80s of the new romantic bands and things like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are those influence for you guys?
Yeah. The Depeche Mode have always been my favorite band since like I was a
Okay.
teen. So there you go. Right. Yeah. That,
Yeah.
that's what you were saying basically.
I
Yeah,
could.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
thought of them when you were
Well,
saying
I
Yeah.
don't
that.
know, but I don't. Sometimes you hear a song and you're like, okay, that's a Dave Grohl melody, But I didn't do that at all with your stuff. I think you do your own thing for sure.
Mm.
We're definitely more mysterious, the secret in the cameras, right?
Yeah.
So the point is that we have combined quite a few different influences because he's more on Depeche Mode, 80s, dark wavy, new wave as well, like The Cure,
Oh yeah, yeah.
very British bands from that era.
Yeah.
And I come from more rocky, metally type of background. And what we tried to put together is having this electronic digital soul
Hmm.
and add some hints here and there of analog instruments and a more modern type of rock, almost goth rock,
Mm,
but in a modern way.
yeah.
Um, because
Yeah.
one thing is, we were talking about this, and
Mhm.
it seemed kind of pointless to try to replicate the sound as it was back then because
Mm,
it's a different thing today, right?
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
would like to, we want to be perceived as a band that, of course, looks at the past, but also is part of the present and is looking into the future.
And well, how did you guys meet up? Because I can hear that one of you is from the UK and the other one I can't place the accent.
So I'm originally European, I'm Italian, and
Italian. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I moved
Yeah.
to the UK around 10 years ago, and we had the chance to meet each other because I was looking for a new band. I used to play in a band,
Hmm.
well, few bands here in London. All of them kind of disbanded for various reasons, kids. And as a lot of people, they find themselves in that situation. And
Yeah.
I was looking for another band to play in, and I really wanted to try something that was more connected to the electronic key, scene.
Mm.
And I started
Yeah.
sending out some, submitting some requests, some asking for some auditions, and
Yeah,
I
yeah, we met up and yeah, we were a four piece at the time. Could you
yeah,
believe it?
Oh
Now
wow.
a duo.
yeah,
Yeah, we used to
yes.
be a four piece.
More
And yeah,
children?
that's basically it.
Well, I would say more adult children this time, right? That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yes,
You're getting in touch with the child inside.
Oh,
exactly.
definitely. All the I've got, I mean, I've got two kids, so for me, it's like, you kind of live it through them because,
Yeah.
you kind of live it again,
Yeah, I've got
like,
three kids too that and
oh
they're
wow,
and they're
okay,
they're only 18 months apart. So when
Wow.
they were babies, that no, that
Yeah.
was a pause on the music.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's
I
very
actually
tough work.
we recorded the debut EP back in, well, that was a while ago when I had my first child. That was really tough.
Yeah.
But I think if you set, if you set a goal to do stuff, then even, when you are super busy and you've got a lot of things, you can still do it. So that was kind of my way of looking at it. But obviously, yeah, it's not easy.
Mhm.
So I understand why you said you took a bit of a break.
Mm.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
understandable.
Well, I think too what I love is like it's very like the songs are very romantic and dramatic, you know. Like I
Mhm.
was even hearing in a couple of them, I was like, this might be a really cool Bond theme, you know.
Yeah, no, we did we
They-
did get that before. Yeah, a
Is that
couple of
right?
someone did mention that
Yes,
before.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
I thought I was listening to Our Love, which we'll talk about here, and I was like, "Damn, this would be great for like the new Bond movie." And he's younger, and it's a hipper sounding thing. I thought that'd be really cool.
Well, that would be great if you can recommend it. That would
Yeah.
be nice, wouldn't it? Would be
Oh
quite
yeah.
nice for us
Let me
actually.
just make some calls, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
But is it hard to balance like being an artist and then also having a label and distribution and everything?
No, actually, it kind of works really well together, to be honest with you. My musician life and my work have always been connected. They kind of
Mm,
complemented each other. So when I do something for Secret Cameras, it usually works for the distribution and vice versa.
mm,
So, and it works for the other artists that I have on the roster. And actually, I guess I'm lucky in a way because, when especially when you have a family, but you already are, your music, your world revolves around music anyway, because you work at it all the time.
mm.
So you stay in it. So actually, I think that is one of the best things that I've done is actually gone and start a distribution thing and everything that yeah, involves it. So yeah, I really like it that I do both. I wouldn't change it in any way.
Well, too, I was like kind of poking around at the numbers on Spotify and too, and you guys are also very successful at like promoting yourself and getting, nice streaming numbers and everything. So I know there's a lot of musicians that watch this show. So what's your secret?
That's a good call. Like, well, it's a combination between different things. We recently started doing marketing at that deeper level, just because for various reasons. The first one, we didn't really have like last year enough time to prepare content enough.
Yeah.
We started posting much more regularly. The style has been completely changed. We literally run a little bit of an analysis before going into posting and connecting with the audience because we just want to try to make something different, something new,
Mm.
and also something that is aesthetically more, I would say, beautiful for the audience out there that is listening to us.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Igor also works in marketing. So, I mean, we kind of joined forces, and this
Mm.
year we're really taking it to another level, I feel already. Just in terms of, I think it has a lot to do with energy. Before in the past, I had like band members which were like really like passive and not
Mm.
very active in any way, and that kind of pulls the project back. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
with Ego this year especially, we really, we're on it. We're chatting all the time about the project and making plans and doing a lot of content and obviously we have a release schedule which is working much better now. We are actively releasing more music in a shorter period of time,
Mhm.
which is something I always tell my artists to do, but I still know it's not easy to follow
Yeah.
it. So I think we are really trying our best to kind of join forces and do as much as we possibly can. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So
I guess
yeah.
that, two really strong people are better than a band of four if the other two are kind of like, meh, whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
that's what we had before, and I feel now looking back that it's kind of like it was dragging us back,
Mhm.
and we couldn't really fulfill the potential of Secret Cameras with that kind of vibe, and But yeah, I feel like I wasn't really sure how it was going to work because I did a duo before that didn't work, but with Ego we get along quite well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going well. I don't know if we answered. I don't know if there's a secret, but I think
Yeah,
it's a lot
yeah.
of hard work and
No, yeah. I mean, it's no, no. I think you did. Yeah, it's just yeah. It's a lot of hard work, and you have two guys that are really putting their all into it.
yeah,
That's this real special sauce there.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
think so.
But let's talk about Our Love, your most recent single. How did that one kind of come about from its various beginnings to full production?
Well, honestly, I don't exactly remember. I don't know because my songwriting has kind of changed nowadays. So I have like a melody line and then I kind of start building a song. I don't remember exactly how it started, but it was very obvious to me from the get-go when I started writing it. I knew there was going to be a love song,
Mhm.
and it happened that my wife and I this year are celebrating our 20th anniversary.
Oh wow, congrats.
Well, we didn't get married 20 years ago. We started dating 20 years ago.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, okay, right, I know where this is going, and yeah, and we just developed it, developed like a demo. Ego came around, he listened, we worked on it a little bit more. We went to the studio, and yeah, that's basically it, I think, isn't it?
So do you,
Yes.
do you is it usually you that demos the song ideas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
The
then and
main
then how
melody.
how
Yeah.
different is that from the end result?
It depends.
It
It,
depends.
it
It
really
really
depends. Yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it
for
depends.
example, this song, like we understood that we are always oscillating between two different poles that are very much attractive, like all the time. One of them is this more electronic-y, dark wavy, and the
Mm-hmm.
other one is more goth rock, kind of post-punk.
Mm-hmm.
So in one there is more electronics, more synthesizers. The other one is more analog. There's more guitar, more drums. Uh, like I play drums, I play analog drums, like real drums on all the songs.
Oh
Apart
wow, that's
from
awesome.
yeah, 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 it's
Yeah,
real
this
drums.
this is this is this is what is making us kind of, I guess, kind of different from the kind of normal dark wave.
Yeah, that
They
makes
never have
sense.
any
Yeah,
real
yeah, yeah,
drums. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And it allows us to kind of get a little bit of a different sound in the texture, right, of the sound. That's the thing. Because to me, like I listen to dark wave, I listen to the 80s songs, like all done with the electronic drum kits of the era, the Simmons and something like that. But it's something that I like more the dynamic sound of a true drums, like a real
Acoustic
drum.
drum. Yeah.
And of course, it takes like it's a challenge every time because
yeah. Sometimes, yeah. It
it-
depends which song though. I mean, this
exactly,
this
exactly.
one this one
This
was a
one.
bit of a challenge, but
Yeah, yeah, this was really challenging because
yeah,
like the pattern that I'm playing, it's
yeah.
very it feels like a drum machine. And I need to play like a drum machine. And I'm a human, so I'm not really suited for that. But
Yeah.
so basically I'm trying to mimic the drum machine as much as I can, both with like the overall pattern, like the rhythm, but also with the sounds. Like we
Hmm.
managed to, like we did kind of a research about the sound of the drums in order to make sure that they don't sound too far away from an electronic drum kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask if you're like a mad scientist with miking the drums different ways.
I mean, well, we have, we have engineers and stuff like that. We collaborate with a
Okay,
few
okay.
people.
So you do okay,
Um,
interesting. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
the the main the main recordings, like apart from drums, it's all basically in my home studio. Everybody,
Yeah.
what a musician nowadays doesn't have a home
A host.
studio, right? Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I find really that one of the best things about 2026 and this era is that musicians can record and achieve amazing results just from their own like home studio bedroom.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, with drums is a little bit more
Yeah,
complicated.
no,
And that's
obviously
why we go
the drums,
to the
yeah, the
studio
drums
because
we have to go to the studio,
you need
but
good
other than
mic,
that,
a
yeah.
good room. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
that's it.
no, no.
And
And you
so
need neighbors that can really, yeah.
So,
it's pretty awesome.
so you're recording the drums in the studio, and then you have like different tracks that you fly into your digital
Yes. Yes,
recording
yes,
station?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We usually start with the demo. The demo is kind of, almost finished. Can you say?
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
there is like, once we have the demo ready, I go with the demo in the studio. I record all the drum parts. Then I go back to his studio. We add all the rest, guitars, bass, synthesizers, voice. And when we're done, we try to get a rough mix, and then we send everything with the notes to our mix engineer, which
Okay.
is, by the way, is shout out to Josh in Brighton Electric down in South,
Yeah,
London,
great work,
South
Josh.
London.
Great work, Josh.
Amazing, amazing guy. Yes.
Yeah, it's
So,
been great.
and then are you guys like both kind of serving as producers for
Yeah, I
the
guess
track,
so. Yeah,
or
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really have anyone else doing that. So yeah, I guess you can say that. Yeah,
Yes.
there's no actual. Yeah, I guess we
I
are the
will say
producers.
that the role is different because he's the creator, I am the structure. So basically, he adds stuff a lot. And I then come in and say, take away this, like, let's sort this out. And
Yeah.
it's beautiful because it works, right?
yeah,
Like,
I think I'm still learning to kind of, I'm recording a lot of ideas, and then I'm kind of trying to get this really big sound, but then less is more, right? So
yeah,
then after I record everything, I start looking at everything and kind of seeing what really works, what really adds to the song, and what doesn't need to be there, you know? And then Ego comes around, and also he's helping me a lot with that. So we kind of, yeah, but it's a process. We kind of getting used to it because we only became a duo, I think, last year,
yeah,
wasn't
it's
it?
us. Yeah.
So
Yes.
so it's still a work in progress about the system that we have to record and produce and write and everything. But I think it works. It works quite smoothly so
Yes.
far.
Yes.
So hopefully we will be able to keep it up.
yeah. Well, I mean, I can tell by you two smiling about it that you have like this open relationship where you can talk freely to each other, about
Yeah,
things, because that's also super
absolutely.
important, because if someone's like a little more prima donna, then it's hard to, you know, kind
True.
of
Absolutely. Yeah.
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 you know, give new ideas from the one that they've already laid out.
Totally.
Hmm.
Totally. Yes.
But
That aspect is there. Yeah.
too,
Hmm.
I love the lyrics to Our Love, which as much as I can understand them, so I selfishly wanted you to read the lyrics.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
yeah. I
you want
think I
me to
should. I
pull it
think I
up?
should remember them.
I can
Yeah.
pull them up like
Yeah.
straight
Pull them
away.
up.
Give me a second. I'm just gonna pull them up. Like,
I can do it, man. Honestly, I don't
it's
need to.
I
Usually,
know
usually when people
I
say
know
that
I
they
know that.
remember them, it goes right out the
All right.
window.
Well, you know what? Just in case, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
just in
We'll
case. Yeah.
we'll we'll, we'll give him we'll give him 30 seconds to find it. He's
Oh, I
fantastic.
already
Ah,
have
here we go.
here. I already have
Okay,
here.
right. So
I'm just
should I
gonna
read them out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like I said, it's a very personal song. So I mean, okay. Well, anyway, okay. So the lyrics are I like that. It's our own dance. It's like no other. It's fire and thunder. Nothing can kill the flame. The things that we've been through, they made us stronger. Our dreams are getting closer. Nothing can kill the flame. And then the chorus goes, our love will thrive. Our love just feels right.
That comes to the second verse,
Yeah, second
which
verse.
is my favorite, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
all
super
right.
powerful.
Oh, he didn't tell me
I
that.
know.
Oh, that's nice of you. Thanks, man.
Because I think it's super poignant words, like very, very powerful words. So
Oh,
yeah.
thank you. You see, I need to do a show, in order to
Yeah.
get
See
compliments
now,
from
yeah,
somebody.
finally
So
realizing what
anyway,
you mean to each other.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, it's the second verse is our bond is unbroken, forever connected. Our values are sacred, though we often disagree.
That's exactly us.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
As I often disagree, of
yeah,
course.
yeah. Well, it's just,
Yes,
yeah, I think it's a good thing to
absolutely,
disagree
absolutely.
and agree to disagree also sometimes. Anyway, yeah, so go back. Your smile lights up my world. It's so hypnotic. My mind loses focus. Nothing can kill the flame. Then we got the chorus again. Our love will thrive. Our love just feels right. Then we have the big, I don't know, C part bridge, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till I met you, I thought I was all alone, all alone. Till you appeared, I always felt so alone, so alone. Yeah. And then the chorus again, our love will thrive. Our love just feels right. There you
Wow,
go.
beautiful.
Hopefully I did that well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and that's after 20 years. You still have these
Yeah, I mean, I think love changes, you got kids and things change, but the bond is still there and we have a lot of values which we share, although we are different in a lot of things, but on the core values, on the important stuff, we agree on. I don't know how we could go on for so long if we didn't.
yeah, and
So yeah.
she obviously is one of those very understanding wives of musicians.
Yeah, she has. They have to be, and I think it was actually. I think this is really important for musicians as well. That when you do find a partner, they need to be kind of understanding and know that this is you know a big part of who you are, and then obviously support you and because not don't expect you to kind of give up or because yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
always been a
It
part of me, so
it
it's
helps if you throw out love songs to her, every now and then.
yeah, yeah, she was very happy because we wanted to release it on Valentine's Day, but unfortunately, it just the mix just took longer to get. But I did make sure that I had the master ready for Valentine's Day so I can play it to her.
Oh,
So she was
good.
very happy.
Um, I'm curious, what since you guys have kind of this unique position with working artistically and business wise, in this like very interesting industry nowadays,
Yeah.
what would you give like top five pieces of advice to musicians
Okay,
getting an
Igor,
act
you
together and
start. He's
wanting to
he's
put
he's,
it out
he's
in the
also a
world?
lecturer. He's like yeah.
I give you
Start.
two. Let's
You
pick the
can you
last
can
one
each have five. You
together.
can each have
Okay.
five. Yeah.
No, 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 no. It's fine. Like I pick
You
two. You
start.
pick two, and you
Okay.
pick two together. We pick the
And
last
you
one
Okay.
fight
together.
over the
So
last one.
yeah.
Yeah. Go.
First thing, identity. You really need to know who you are.
Mm,
Like the worst that can happen nowadays, I think, is to forget that you need to be distinguishable from other people.
mm,
Like there is so much stuff out there that is very similar and present itself in a similar way. And in order to stand out, you need to make a choice and you need to know who you are in order to do that.
mm,
Um, the second thing is don't be scared about making a lot of mistakes about on how to present yourself at the beginning.
mm.
Everybody do that, and they all been through it. Thankfully, today we can delete content,
Absolutely.
right?
Delete
So that's the second one. Yeah.
and edit.
Go for it.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, that was the first. Okay. Work hard. I mean, an obvious one, but I think a lot of musicians, for example, a lot of musicians, they just, they write a great song, but then, they just release it without really putting any effort to promoting it.
Mm,
So I don't know if was that work hard? Maybe like, just I guess my point is more that, writing a great song is very important, but promoting it is just as important.
Yes.
So I
mm.
think a lot of musicians
Marketing.
forget
Yeah.
that, and then obviously a lot of songs with a lot of potential kind of get lost because there's so many songs out there. But the ones who get noticed are the ones who are getting probably, more promoted, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I think.
and it's like I think well, you guys are kind of custom built for it, but I've heard from artists that many musicians that I've talked to that it is hard to like switch hats like that, Like you
Hmm.
create this thing and then suddenly you have to be a promoter and almost like take a step back from it emotionally,
Oh
Because like
yes.
I know for myself, if like a song comes out and I promote it for like a week, then it's like that's it. I can't look at my face anymore. I'm burnt out on the whole
Yeah,
thing, and
fair enough.
that's probably just where it should be escalating the promotion, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then I would say like maybe the hard work is also like the commitment, the fact that you need to commit to the project on a very deep level. And what does it mean is that you need to sacrifice necessarily something else, like in
Mm.
terms of time or resources, and you need to
Yeah,
stick to it.
well, I wouldn't say sacrifice. I would just say you need to find the time, because,
Sure.
for example, if you have time to go to the gym, right?
Yeah.
To go an hour a day to the gym, you can find an hour to do
Market your
something for
music.
the band.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever it is. There are
Yeah.
so many things to
Yes.
do, really.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I think Igor has got a really good point. The commitment is really, really
Mhm.
important, and keeping at it, right? Because you can't just do it for 6 months and expect to get super big. It takes
Mm.
time.
Yeah.
So get patience and keeping at it. That's number 3 or 4. Where are
Four.
we?
The last one we need.
Okay,
Yeah.
last one that we
They're to
need.
fight over the last one.
I'm just trying to think now. Hmm.
Will it be maybe to also challenge yourself on doing something you never did before when you're promoting your music? For
Mm.
example, for this track, just to mention Our Love again, like we did something we never did before, which is to reach out to a lot of our fans, asking them directly if they wanted to be part of the promotion of the
Oh,
track.
wow.
And a lot of fans not only responded positively, but they were so like enthusiastic of being part of it that it was overwhelming. Like we received a lot of messages that were super happy on taking part in this.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And we
That's
we weren't
cool.
really we weren't really sure about what will be the response. So we were just expecting a couple of people to maybe pick it up.
yeah,
But in the end we got more than 15 people saying straight away, I'm
yeah,
super happy to do it. Let me know what you need from us. It's it's insane. And this,
Uh,
I think, it's something that sometimes we forget. We kind of are, reluctant in a sense to kind of push the
mm.
boundaries and
Yeah,
test
yeah.
something new because maybe we don't really know what the result can be, or we're fearful of the rejection or anything else. Or just the fact that we may fail. But if you don't try, you will never know, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
that
think
is true
too,
about
it's like,
everything, really, I think. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I can imagine people are like happy to help, if they're
Mhm.
real fans of the band, I and how did I find out about you guys now? I can't remember. Or did you just send me a
I
message?
was I was in touch with James from Pain.
Oh, pain in the ass. Okay.
Yeah. So he mentioned you, and then I saw Tifadelic on your show because I was in
Oh
touch
yeah.
with her. And I saw a couple of artists on the show, and I was like, oh, this is great. I'm just gonna reach out to this guy and see if he wants to
Yeah.
wants to have us on. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, sometimes that's doing something like that is like even hard to do, for
Mm,
people. Oh, this person want to hear from me and da da da. And I'm like, I love it, when
Mhm.
people send me music, and when it's like, if
mm,
I'm like coming to sing, I'm like, oh, I can't just send it to people in their DMs, that's so obnoxious.
Mhm.
But when it happens to me, I'm happy to have it, I love to check out music,
Well, you kind of need to. I think artists always need to kind of seek ways to be on shows and be noticed. And I looked at the show and I saw, oh, this is great. This is great. This is interesting. It would be nice to do. So
Yeah.
reached out.
Well,
Why
I'm
not?
glad I'm
Right?
glad you reached out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what we talked about, possibly there may be an exclusive information drop on this program.
Yes, so the exclusive is we are planning to release a longer form of work later on this year. We will not disclose when, but it's
Okay.
gonna
We
happen.
have a
No, it's gonna
date. We
happen.
have a
We
date
have a date, so
already, but
exactly.
okay.
So
Ego is
basically,
okay.
yeah,
Fine.
basically after two
Okay.
EPs, we decided that it is the time for us to kind of embark on something much more meaningful and with more thematic. So we wanted to build an album, like a proper album. So
Yeah.
we're working on the song since last year, and we're now like reached a point. I think we're pretty confident we're gonna make something.
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
Yes. We're gonna
Yeah.
combine, of course, some music that already been out, So
Yeah.
some of the songs will already be there, but the majority of them will be new ones. So we're pretty excited.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
exciting. Yeah. Are you going to release like more singles leading up to
Yeah.
the
Yes.
album or just okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
We
like,
got another
other,
couple
yeah,
ones. Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
3 singles, and then probably the album's
Yeah.
gonna appear magically somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, actually, I only have a 30-minute Zoom, so we're almost out of time. But
Yep.
I hope you guys will come back once the album comes out. And
Sure.
you got a big fan over here. I really love what you guys are doing, so I'm excited to see what you'll do next.
Thank you so much,
No
Scott, for
problem.
having
Thanks a
us.
lot, man.
Yes.
Nice talking
And
to you.
thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thanks.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.